How's it going, YouTube? Not sure what I'm gonna call this video. Either my 2 cents on 2 cents or making sense out of 2 cents. This penny is worth more than this penny. And I know it sounds funny, but it is. No, this is not a special penny. No, it's not one of those rare and miss marks. It doesn't have collector's value. The only reason this penny is worth more is because this penny is cheaper to make than this penny. For the ones that don't know, we changed up the formula for a penny. I can't remember the exact date. So this penny is actually worth more than this penny. And that says something about inflation and how even if you have your money in a bank account, the government can steal your money and the value of it never change. Because if I went back in time and want to get 100 pennies like this, it would now have more value than this penny. Because they create more, put more money into the economy, artificial money or fake money, or whatever term you want to call it, lowers the purchasing value. So they have to change this penny to this penny because this penny is now worth more. I know it sounds a little nuts, but some of y'all get exactly what I'm saying. Because if I have 100 of this type penny, a new one versus an old one, I know you can't see the dates on how much difference they look. The older one had more value. Why? Because it was 90% copper. I can't recall exact numbers on what copper is actually trading at now, but I think somewhere around 100 pennies is $1.75 worth of copper. So they couldn't be printing these out anymore because they were losing money. That's because of inflation. We've done printed too much money, so inflation started taking place. So they had to make the penny cheaper. Now, if you probably do the math, I think inflation is somewhere around 5 to 7% a year. They're going to have to replace this penny again. They may have to do away with it altogether. Now, why would I say something to you like this? Because I don't want your government taking your savings accounts, you know, your money, your value, your trade value kind of thing, your buying power away from you. So I know it sounds funny, me trying to make sense of that 2 cents, but you kind of get how this shit can kind of get deep. And for anyone that doesn't know this Zimbabwe fiasco, it's not about how much money you have. It's about the buying power your money has, or buying potential. In Zimbabwe, you could have been a trillionaire. It'd likely not even buy you breakfast. They just kept printing and printing out so much money that you literally can get $1 trillion bill for, I don't know how much it is, but I know you can get like a $100 trillion bill for like $60 US, but their currency was shot. That's super hyperinflation right there. Now, what can you do to prevent this? Because they're keeping on doing this, and the debt's going up. Meaning they're pumping out more money. And for any of my fans, I don't want to see your retirement just getting took from you. It's also one of the stock market crash, you know. So I'm going to go into diversifying your portfolio. I know a country ass like me, when we go into it sounds funny, but most people think of diversifying your portfolio, is nothing more than changing up your stocks that you don't know. I mean, really diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your money in stocks. Don't put all your money in the savings account, because clearly you can see how that can get taken away from you. You have to have multiple forms of trade, because that's all the monetary thing is. You can look back to the barter system. We only went to gold and silver because we as a universal thing agreed upon it as speeding up trade. Like somebody always wanted gold, So if someone always wanted it, you can keep trading faster because, well, say for example, you got a goat I want, but you don't want 3 chickens. You want freaking a camel. But you'll take gold because you know that gold can go to buy a camel. I think I got to sound nuts as hell to some of y'all right now. I'm going from a penny to all this. Now that you know that the government can pretty much take your money out your bank account and not even move because it's the value, it won't have the same value because of hyperinflation or just no more inflation. What's the best thing you can do to preserve your wealth? And the best way I can put it, like I said, going to diversify your portfolio, but that's not just stocks. You need to have your savings and savings accounts. There's bonds, CDs. You can actually buy stock. Careful when it comes to stock. Gold and silver, that's good ones, but the market on that drop too, because it's always going to be in fluctuation. But the long, short, and simple is an old proverb that pretty much says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. In case you drop one, you don't lose it all. And I actually know some people that put a bunch of money in stocks, then the company crashed, and yeah. Gold and silver, palladium, platinum, I'd say is pretty good investments, but you also need to have other stuff taken care of first. I think it's something nuts just babbling on about how all this goes back to even 2 cents freaking. But look at the I think $1 now, back in time, freaking $1 4 quarters was made of 90% silver. The same 4 quarters that'd be $1 today is like $11. Because throughout all of human history, gold and silver's had value. Other metals have as well. But when it comes to money, that's the main thing, the paper form anyways, it always ends up going back to zero unless it has a collector's value because it's just so old. I just don't want to see any of my fans get taken advantage of by the government. And don't get me wrong, I understand the reason for government, but I'm more on the libertarian side, so we need as little as it can to maximize freedom kind of thing. But yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't have too much, because I've heard of people that made millions but had it all invested in stock. That stock tanked, but they thought it was going to go back up. Ended up having to make it again. So invest all over the place as much as you can, really. I mean, from land to food to guns to gold and silver. Spread it out. I wouldn't have more than 10% probably of any wealth I accumulate in one specific area. And as far as Social Security goes, we done got 2 downgrades on the U.S. credit. So if we don't fix something soon, yeah, don't count on Social Security, because they may lower it or they will raise the age limit. And that's one of the things they're talking about right now, is raising the age limit. Because when it was originally started, most people don't even know about this, about Social Security. When it was originally started, half the people that paid into it were not planning on even living that long. They based it on the average. So that means, here's the average. All the people that paid into it would die before they got to it, and then the rest of them. But those were planning on, I'm babbling on now. My 2 cents on 2 cents, or trying to make sense of 2 cents. Y'all take it easy, YouTube.